Have you ever felt like you're trying hard to make everything perfect, trying to please everyone, trying to succeed at everything, and yet still feeling empty inside? This is exactly where this book begins. It doesn't tell you to be more positive. It doesn't tell you to chase happiness. Instead, it says something shocking: stop caring so much. Now, that might sound strange at first. We've been taught all our lives to care deeply about everything: our image, our success, our relationships, what people think, what society expects. But the truth is, when you try to care about everything, you end up caring about nothing in a meaningful way. Your energy gets scattered. Your mind becomes restless. Your life feels overwhelming. The core idea here is simple but powerful. You have limited time, limited energy, and limited attention. So you must choose carefully what deserves your care. Not everything in life is worth your emotional investment. And the moment you accept this, something changes inside you. You begin to feel lighter. The author explains that life is not about avoiding problems. In fact, problems are constant. They never go away. Instead, life is about choosing better problems. For example, if you want a healthy body, your problem becomes discipline: waking up early, exercising, eating right. If you want success, your problem becomes hard work and failure. If you want strong relationships, your problem becomes patience and communication. So the question is not how do I avoid problems, but which problems am I willing to deal with? This shifts everything. Because now, instead of running away from difficulties, you start choosing them intentionally. You stop complaining about struggles and start accepting them as part of the journey. Another important idea is about values. Many people chase shallow values: money, fame, attention, approval. These things feel good temporarily, but they don't give lasting satisfaction. Why? Because they depend on external factors. You can lose money. People can stop liking you. Fame can disappear. But real, meaningful values are different. They are internal. Things like honesty, growth, responsibility, love, and purpose. When your life is built on these values, your happiness becomes stable. It doesn't depend on what others think or what happens around you. Think about it. If your happiness depends on people liking you, you will always be anxious. If your happiness depends on success, you will always fear failure. But if your happiness depends on growth, then even failure becomes meaningful. There's also a strong message about taking responsibility. Not for everything that happens to you, but for how you respond to it. Life is not always fair. Bad things happen. But you always have a choice in how you deal with them. And that choice defines your life. Many people blame others for their problems. They blame society, their family, their past. But this keeps them stuck. The moment you take responsibility, you gain power. Because now you can change things. The book also talks about the danger of constantly seeking happiness. We live in a world that tells us to always be happy, always feel good, always stay positive. But this creates pressure. Because the truth is, life includes pain, failure, and uncertainty. Trying to avoid negative emotions actually makes them stronger. But when you accept them, they lose their power. You feel sad sometimes. Yes, you're okay to feel. It's okay to struggle. These experiences are not signs of a bad life. They are signs of a real life. One of the most powerful ideas is that you are not special, and this is actually freeing. Because when you stop trying to be extraordinary all the time, you can finally relax. You can focus on doing simple things well. You can grow steadily without pressure. We often compare ourselves to others. Social media makes this even worse. We see people's lights and think their lives are perfect, but this creates unrealistic expectations. And when we don't meet those expectations, we feel like failures. The truth is, everyone struggles. Everyone faces challenges. The difference is, some people accept it and move forward, while others keep resisting reality. The book also emphasizes the importance of saying no. When you say yes to everything, you lose control of your life. Your time gets consumed by things that don't matter. But when you say no to what is unimportant, you create space for what truly matters. This requires courage, because saying no can disappoint people. But if you keep trying to please everyone, you end up losing yourself. Another deep idea is about death. It might sound heavy, but thinking about death actually gives clarity. When you realize that life is short, you start prioritizing what truly matters. You stop wasting time on meaningless things. What would you care about if you knew your time was limited? What would you stop caring about? These questions can change your perspective completely. The book also talks about certainty. Many people want to be 100% sure before they take action. But life doesn't work that way. You will never have complete certainty. You have to act despite doubt. Growth comes from experience, not from thinking. You learn by doing, by failing, by adjusting. Waiting for the perfect moment only keeps you stuck. There's also a strong message about relationships. Healthy relationships are not about constant happiness. They require effort, honesty, and sometimes difficult conversations. But these challenges strengthen the bond. In contrast, toxic relationships drain your energy. They make you feel insecure and unhappy. Learning to let go of such relationships is an important part of caring less about the wrong things. At its core, this book is about freedom. The freedom to choose your struggles. The freedom to define your values. The freedom to live life on your own terms. But this freedom comes with responsibility. You have to make choices. You have to face consequences. And you have to keep growing. It's not about becoming careless or indifferent. It's about being selective. It's about caring deeply about a few important things instead of caring a little about everything. Imagine your life as a limited space. If you fill it with unnecessary worries, there's no room for what truly matters. But when you remove the unnecessary, you create space for purpose, peace, and fulfillment. This is not an easy mindset to adopt. It goes against everything society teaches us. But once you understand it, you start seeing life differently. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing failure. You stop overthinking every decision. And instead, you start living with clarity. You begin to ask yourself simple but powerful questions. What truly matters to me? What am I willing to struggle for? What can I let go of? And slowly, your life becomes more focused, more meaningful, more real. Because at the end of the day, it's not about having a perfect life. It's about having a life that aligns with your values. A life where your struggles are worth it. A life where your efforts mean something. And that is the real art, not giving your attention to everything, but giving it wisely.